Welcome to the first part of my video series Madness in the Western World and an introduction to a realistic solution. Our current world system, this huge ship which we are all in, is sinking. It does not matter if you are rich or poor, if you are not part of this big club of the international ruling elite. There is no rescue vessel available for any of you, and you will end up at the bottom with everyone else. If you are watching this video, then you should already be fully aware of how bad things are in the West, and you are here because you share our concerns about the future. A brief reminder of the current problems which our people are facing in our dying nations of European origins today. The problems of degeneracy, corruption, and the rest of the leftist madness, which spreads like a mind virus, being promoted and celebrated by the biggest and the most influential people on our planet. The problem of so-called mass replacement, performed as part of a social engineering experiment to create a perfect, submissive, and empty society, without any decent moral or spiritual backbone. The problem of collapsing world economy, which is still alive today by functioning on a credit and by exploiting countries with a viable slave labor. The problem of civilization collapsing under the leadership of incompetent and treacherous politicians, who would never be in positions of power if responsible and aware people were the majority of citizens in our nations today. Those are problems which we all deal with, and which lead this system into a self-destruction, a collapse. We, the people of European origins, are the blood in the veins of this organism, which I could call a Western civilization. This blood has been polluted, infected, and this polluted blood is currently responsible for the slow, agonizing death of the whole organism. There is no happy ending or a natural way out from the current situation in our nations. The situation will not stabilize. Definitely not until it's already too late to save our nations. And the situation will not change on its own until we do something to fix it. My name is Orel, and I am here to present a solution, but it will only work if we have enough time for the realization of this plan before things sink too low and start happening on our streets. If the aware and responsible people are smart enough, we will unite, work together, and use this opportunity for sake of us all and the sake of our future generations in this world. I am not here to entertain people or fool around by making sarcastic jokes to remind or educate anybody about our current miserable situation. I don't want to be censored and shut down again. After all, there are plenty of people out there making funny, informative videos, turning our brutal reality into a joke by pointing out how stupid and crazy everything is on a daily basis. And please keep in mind that we are operating on platforms controlled by those who oppose us. I will present a plan. I will also organize people, and if supporters of this plan decide to give me the support for it, I will also lead this operation in the future. This operation is not another meaningless internet project for our freedom of speech. because we do have freedom of speech if we use platforms which offer us such freedom. We don't need another insignificant censorship-free internet platform. We need the range to reach people and to gain influence on the ignorant masses in order to have an option with the political solutions are viable for us. But I believe the ignorant masses will not show any interest in what we have to say unless we address them from a respected and official position. I hope nobody is naive enough to believe that we have any political solution currently available in our pseudo-democratic countries. Currently, our biggest propaganda outlets are like rebels in the woods, and the majority of regular people won't take anyone labeled conspiracy theorists, radicals, bigots, or racists from the right seriously. Personally, I don't believe the ignorant masses will ever be awake, no matter what arguments or evidence we offer to them, which means all the talking we do, or debating, the idea of trying to reach people, regular people, unaware people, is a waste of time. Because we don't have the means nor the position to do that. Especially because the main internet platforms with significant range are under control by our opposition. Those who don't want to listen won't listen, and the majority of people in our countries really don't care about what we have to say. They won't care about the social, political, or economic situation around the world until they will start to feel it in their own wallet, until system kicks them in their fat bottom. The tools of mass media, corrupt education, among other things, which were designed to control and mislead public opinion, are efficient enough to attach discriminating tags to people like me in order to discredit us in eyes of the ignorant masses, or simply to silence us. If someone does not understand the mechanics behind this manipulation and public control, please watch the interview with Yuri Bezmenov. He explains this process in detail. And he also explains that there is no cure to awaken those people. Still, my disbelief that regular people may ever be awoken does not mean I don't intend to try. Personally, I think it's a waste of time and resources, but if we can afford it, then it's our moral duty to at least try to address those people and try to make them aware of the brutal reality of this system. My plan is designed to prepare us and secure our future in case of any possible scenarios in which we are able to predict in the current world situation. I managed to design a universal solution for both small and large problems, starting from deep economic crisis, going through world economic collapse, possible civil wars in Europe, North America, or even Australia, ending up at scenarios such as World War or even possible global natural disaster. This operation is a cure for the disease which is destroying the organism of our nations and the whole of the Western civilization. If you really care, if you want to do something for yourself and for us all, if you want to join this crusade for the future of our civilization, for the future of our children in this world, study this video series about the plan and the objectives of this operation, and if you approve, help us with the realization of this plan. So, let's start by listing the objectives of this operation. First objective is to inform people who are already aware and concerned about our current situation in the Western world that a solution exists and unite them over the realization of this plan. Second objective is about creation of our power structure and organization for the coordination of our actions. We need to start forming large, organized, like-minded communities, starting at connections made over the internet. Objective number 3. We must secure our means of communication, bypass restrictions of the internet censorship, especially in Europe, to create independent and trustworthy platforms to exchange information, news, important intel, and focus the attention and activity of our people on those platforms onto this alternative internet infrastructure, which will grant us absolute freedom of speech and security for organizational purposes. Fourth objective is about creating our own economy with our own international internet trade market, with our own currency, means of production, logistics, and international business cooperation. This new economic bloc will be designed to function in symbiosis with the currently existing world model, and our alternative economic bloc will also be designed to survive the collapse of the current world economy. Fifth objective is about increasing our range of influence and growing our numbers, or possibly but less likely, wake up the unaware masses and organize sane, like-minded people on a local level in the real world, forming strong, well-organized communities of people with mutual values and awareness about the cruel reality of our world system. And the sixth and final objective aims to secure our survival and a way to reach power in our Western countries, here in this current world system or after its collapse. The main idea behind this plan is to create an alternative system inside the current corrupt system, with its own economy, infrastructure, organization, and principles. If you approve of what I am proposing, do not stay passive. Do not wait for someone else to do all the work for you. Try to follow my instructions and do your best to help me reach people, unite them, and help us make this plan a reality. To succeed, we need to be serious, self-disciplined, devoted, and we all need to do our part. This operation may be a turning point for the future of our civilization, our culture, and the preservation of our people. This operation will be to the be or not to be of our people. It is our holy duty as an aware, serious, and responsible people to stand united in those difficult times and work together to honor the memory of our ancestors and secure the survival of our civilization for the future generations. In the following parts of this video series, I will be explaining those objectives in detail, in the form of a plan. If someone wishes to save time and is not interested in learning the details of this plan, I suggest skipping directly to the last part of this series. But I am begging you people, I am begging you to take this seriously and act reasonable while studying this material. Do not jump to any conclusions without knowing all the answers. If you hesitate, always ask. Please remember, all that is at stake here in our current situation. Ask yourself where people like you and your family might be in the future if we decide to stay as passive observers or ignore this operation, this opportunity, while the West is dying. I will do my best to help build something great for all of us, but I need your approval and your help. Also, a few more things to remember. There are people who want us to remain weak, divided and disorganized. Don't let anybody mislead you by discouraging you from showing interest into this operation or from participating. Think for yourself, question everything, and if you agree with us, do your part. I'm not giving up on our future, and I won't. And I still hold faith in our people. Please do not disappoint me. I also apologize for my English. In the future I will try to find a better voice actor for the narration of my videos, for the convenience of the listeners. I am fully aware that it's sometimes difficult to understand my pronunciation. I am really sorry for that. I will try also make remakes of this video series with a different narrator as soon as it will be possible.